Welcome to Taste of Nashville, another holiday edition with Devin O'Day, John Dwyer with the Omni Hotel, and if it was smell-o-vision,
we would never leave. We would never leave. We'd just be smelling the television.
So don't scratch that lens, but we're just going to taunt you with how we're beginning the show with the amazing array of restaurants in and around the Omni Hotel, and this is Exhibit A. This is where you start and could end.
Food is what it's all about at the Omni Nashville for me. I mean, because I'm a local, chances are I'm not going to spend the night in the Omni Hotel because I live here. But if you have not been to Kitchen Notes, to Bob's Steakhouse, to Bar Lines, you are missing out because there's such great food. It's where I come to eat if I have friends in town. I'm going to tell you, hands down, and I don't ever pass up the biscuit bar, and they have biscuits that change all the time. Oh my gosh!
Okay, this might be the shortest interview because you want to get to the.
I know. I'm going.
No offense to Chef Joe, but
if you're on keto, forget this segment. You just keep on a walking. More for me, as Bob Beckham would say. We have Chef Joseph Burgoyne with us, and Chef, you have brought an array of these incredible biscuits with us.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me on first and foremost.
Good to see you again.
Really appreciate that. Yeah, it's great to see y'all. So I'd love to talk about the kind of spread that we have going on right here. So in the front here, we're looking at some pumpkin flavored biscuits. You know, it's the fall season.
Pumpkin spice and everything nice. Yes.
Correct. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, these are a hot button item right now. Closer to me, these are typical buttermilk biscuits, which you can't go wrong with. Shout out to White Lily. That's where we get all of our flour from. So
that's the stuff right there.
Yeah, that's a secret right there. And then farther down, you're looking at a sausage and cheddar biscuit.
Oh, yeah. That's so good. That's so good.
And
what about these?
These are actually gluten-free biscuits. So our pastry chef,
Don't be negative.
I know. My sister will. Faith, these are for you, honey. She's gluten-free, so there you go.
Yeah, these are very popular. Obviously, there's a lot of folks with gluten intolerances or just dietary restrictions in general. And our pastry chef, Chef Madison, curated this recipe for us. So these are made in-house. You can't find these anywhere. With that said, we're always happy to share with our guests this recipe so they can take it along with them.
Oh, how cool is that? They don't keep it a secret. Now, this is something that I mean, no Southern Thanksgiving table would be without cornbread. You have a take on cornbread that is amazing for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely, yes. So it definitely looks like cornbread. However, it's quite contrary. This is actually a pancake, believe it or not. So this is a sweet potato cast iron pancake. This is something that's going to be featured on our Thanksgiving menu. To the right of it or the left if you're viewing, this is our cinnamon whipped cream to go along with it. So we cook off our sweet potatoes, puree it with some buttermilk, and add it to our pancake batter, and then we bake it off in a big old cast iron pan.
I just want to put just mainline it.
So good. And then let's talk a little bit about the preserves. You always have these at the biscuit bar. So let's talk a little bit about the preserves that you have.
Absolutely, yes. So we have strawberry, blackberry, and blueberry preserves. We're obviously going to have whipped butter because you can't have biscuits without butter.
That's right.
Yep. And then we also have a big slab of honeycomb that we put out there as well to go along with it. So definitely come get you some of that. Yeah.
Okay, you got all of our appetites going, but let's talk about Thanksgiving. You're going to have a big old Thanksgiving, and why would you cook? I'm just going to ask, why would you cook if you can get a spread like this? Plus, if you take a look, the menu, can they go online and see the menu already for Thanksgiving?
Correct. Yep, absolutely. And if you want to get in now because reservations are only going up and up and up. So make sure that you get in sooner rather than later on that.
Open Table is where it's the app that you can get on your phone and you can make a reservation very easily like that.
Correct. Yep. Or you could call up our host as well, and she can direct you to the right spot. So, yeah.
And it's not just one day, obviously, if you can't get in that day, but there's, 2, 3, 4 weeks. What is your take on the traditional Thanksgiving or holiday food preparations? Do you have anything that, obviously these are, unique and to Kitchen Notes, but what else do you have on the menu that might go go, oh, I did not know you could do that with that.
Yeah, so let's start with our cold display. We're going to be doing a local smoked trout dip. Getting in crab legs for it as well. I mean, who doesn't love that? So kind of something to soothe everybody on that. Of course, we're going to be doing gravy. We're getting, turkey and gravy. So our turkey's coming from Joyce Farm. We're taking the bones from that whole turkey and making a beautiful bone gravy out of that. We'll be having a sliced pit ham as well with a honey glaze on there. We're also doing pan-seared salmon for folks who are looking for fish. Some sides that we're going to be doing green bean casserole, a wild mushroom sauce with some crispy shallots on top. On top of that, of course, our sweet potato cast iron pancake we're going to be doing. And a bunch of other really fun stuff as well to go along with it. There's going to be salads, of course. We'll be doing our take on a southern version of a Caesar salad. We'll have a composed mixed green salad for everybody to snack on as well. And we have some kid options as well if you're bringing your children with you, some more kid-friendly things. So, yeah.
I love that they've got green bean casserole. So many times you avoid going to a restaurant because you go, I'm going to miss my grandma's green bean casserole. No, you're going to have it at Kitchen Notes. And I will say, just on any other day, they got the best mac and cheese and the best meatloaf you will ever find. You will never eat Mama's again. I'm just going to tell you right now. Kitchen Notes will beat it. But what are you going to have for dessert?
Yeah, so desserts, there's a whole plethora of them coming from Chef Madison. One thing I'm really excited for is this bourbon cake with a glaze that's going on top. There's going to be some pecan pie as well. So those two items I'm very excited about. There's some others that I just can't think of off the top of my head, but those two really stuck out to me, and that's something that everyone's definitely going to want.
Did he say pecan right? Did he? I mean,
no, well, he said it the way Yankees say it.
correct.
I'm just going to say.
Correct.
This is going to be.
It's okay. I'm forgiving him because he brought us biscuits.
You're absolved.
Thank you.
Pie, for my Louisiana brethren, it's pecan, but it's a pecan if you're from other places.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Joseph?
Massachusetts originally.
Okay, there you go. See?
Southern
Southern Mass.
Massachusetts. I do want to also remember that because you're doing all this, and yes, you get paid, but you have an amazing staff, the dedication it takes to have and make memories for other people. If you work in the restaurant business, if you have ever done it, right, you know that you're not sitting at the table there. You're going to. So we appreciate your dedication and to the staff, because I know you put a lot into it.
Thank you.
You can eat in July.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The way it is.
It's definitely something we look forward to, creating that experience for our guests. And they don't have to clean up afterwards, so that's definitely a big plus for folks who want to come in and dine with us.
You had me and you don't have to clean up, and you brought biscuits. See, it's how easy I am. I can be had.
You are. Well, I'm not going to. We're going to thank Joe, Chef Joe.
Chef Joseph Burgoyne. He's the sous chef here at Kitchen Notes. You can get your reservations now for Omni Nashville. Spend your Thanksgiving with us. I think it's 9:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 to 3. Yep.
There you go.
Start early. Get in there. Open table. That's where you get your reservations, or just go to Omni Nashville's website. It's easy to find. Oh my gosh, we've got something really cool coming up.
We do. In fact, if you're a child or a child at heart, if you're thinking about a traditional, well, don't ruin it. What are you, like one of the Pips on Gladys Knight? Well, that's a hint. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to be toying around when we come back, right?
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low-deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage, all backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-855-844-0445.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
At Chapels, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapels, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapels locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
It's time for Christmas for Kids November 20th at the Ryman Auditorium. This year's lineup includes Shenandoah, Phil Vassar, Chapel Hart, Michaela Lane, and Hunter Girl. For over 40 years, Christmas for Kids has given the joy of Christmas to thousands of Middle Tennessee children. Christmas for Kids would like to thank their great sponsors. Tickets are on sale now. Visit Ryman.com to get your tickets. We will see you November 20th at the Ryman.
The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. Absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville. Lionel Trains. There is only one name when it comes to trains. The trains around the Christmas tree. Did you have a train around the Christmas tree?
My father was obsessed with this. He actually did, and he would get a new piece of equipment, like from his grandmother and grandfather, and then from his mother and father. So, yeah, it's all part of the heritage. Yeah.
Well, we have Brett Morris, who is with us, and we're going to talk Lionel Trains. And what is first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here. What is the significance with trains and Christmas?
Basically, in FOE Shorts, the famous toy store, we started advertising other toys with a train underneath the Christmas tree. Well, people started buying the train.
See, I love that.
Yeah, so it's an accidental happy thing,
When did you get hooked? From the very beginning, because you're a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Not as many rings around your trunk, okay? And so,
we're getting there.
but you'd be the video game kind of thing. But this is still kind of a classic go-to.
Yeah.
When do you get hooked? Early on?
We do NASCAR as well, and I've been into NASCAR since I was old enough to walk.
Yeah.
So my grandfather had trains growing up, and I played with them.
But were they fast enough?
Yeah, exactly. So I like the faster stuff, but the trains, train is king with Lionel. We've been doing it for 123 years. That's a long time to be doing something. So, with trains, I'm getting hooked now every day being there in the store, looking at the amazing detail we put into the trains, the intricate details of the smoke is realistic. The plate that's in the bottom of the train, of the real train, is there. All the little tiny details that the enthusiasts love, that's what I'm starting to love as well.
Well, speaking of enthusiasts, there are a lot of people in music that you would not think of are huge enthusiasts, and they have in the basement is the train room.
Yeah.
Barry Beckett, God rest his soul, one of the amazing keyboardist producers of all time, and he says, "Have you seen my train?" And it was like this room that was all the Lionel train, and that's what it was. Let's still talk a little bit about what we have on the table here.
So this is our Daniel Suarez Tootsie's car. This is actually the car that he raced here in Nashville last June.
Okay.
Well, not the actual. I mean,
I know.
This is a scale of that. I didn't know. I didn't know if you and I knew that. I just want to make sure that the pretty girl didn't.
Every one of them.
Sorry.
So this is our ARC. It's our standard version. So there's a little bit of features for it. So you have like the roof flaps open up. This would be like your aerodynamics. And then like the hood opens up and you can see inside the engine bay.
Wow.
And then we have working like suspension and everything.
And they're not actual working tires, you know.
No, they can't. They're not going to burn rubber.
Yeah.
You know, I built models when I was a kid, and it reminds me. But I always had like parts left over.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's not a good.
That's not the goal for us.
That's for good. Well, is there a hot train? Like, are there different years? Like, oh, I've got I need the 2023
There is.
model. I mean, is it?
And there are some people that like to collect every single one of their favorite driver, and same with the trains. There's some people that want every different variation of a certain locomotive.
What's the orange thing over there on the side?
So that is the National Train Day boxcar.
Oh.
So that is going to be December 2nd this year. So that's not been released yet. That's a brand new boxcar.
Exclusive. You've got the exclusive.
Yes.
Here on Taste of Nashville.
And
Thank you, Brad.
So I'm leaving these here with y'all, and y'all get to keep them.
Or fight over them?
Yeah.
Whatever you choose to do.
Tell us a little bit about the store.
So we are located at Opry Mills. We're in space 388, which is right across from Five Below. We have a little bit of everything you can think of in there. If you can think of it with trains, it's there. With NASCAR, it's there. We have layouts there. Kids love layouts. That's like, I call it fishing. I'll get the trains and get them going and watch through the windows and just watch people notice that they're running, and you can't resist it. It's hard to resist.
Nothing says Christmas like the trains, and you can find them at Opry Mills Mall. The Lionel Train Store is there. And what are your hours?
We are open from 10 to 8 most days, and then 11 to 6 on Sundays. And then the holiday hours, we're going to be open from 10 to 9. And then on Sunday, I believe we're going to be open from 11 to 8.
Okay, well, if you could just work on one other thing, my Christmas wish to you, Brett, is to get the real trains up and running in Nashville so that we have a beautiful infrastructure with Union Station.
Yep.
I've never understood why this town, which had so many trains and we are such an epicenter and a cut through for America, and so that's another story for another day, but let's bring the real ones back.
I agree.
All right.
I like the real trains. We do have one real train though. It's the train to Watertown. See, you can go to Watertown, and that's an awesome train. And that's the Tennessee Railway Museum. If you like trains, Nashville does have a lot to do with trains.
Okay. All right.
We just need a little Amtrak action.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
We have a rich history in railroad, and we're a huge racing city. So it's a no-brainer.
Okay, keep our fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, well, we're going to do that. Hey, thank you for being here. What's your wish list? Do you have one piece that is missing from your collection?
Oh.
No, because I run the joint.
Not anymore. I work there.
You get the discount. Yeah, okay,
Brett, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Hey, coming up, we've got a Grammy-winning songwriter who's also an award-winning artist, and we got songs, we got music, we got art, all that coming up on Backstage Nashville. That's our guest, and that's next on Talk. What is our show? Taste of Nashville.
You do so many shows.
What show? What is today?
Taste of Nashville at Omni Hotel. This is very cool.
Yeah.
The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But you know, we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. You know, absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville.
At Chapel's, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapel's, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapel's locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
Having fun?
Yeah, I'm going to key of my own pretty soon. Me too.
Good night, Kia guy.
Good night.
Buckle up, Dad.
There yet?
At Kia of Murfreesboro, we're here whether you're ready or not.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low-deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage. All backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-855-844-0445.
It's time for Christmas for Kids November 20th at the Ryman Auditorium. This year's lineup includes Shenandoah, Phil Vassar, Chapel Hart, Michaela Lane, and Hunter Girl for over 40 years. Christmas for Kids has given the joy of Christmas to thousands of Middle Tennessee children. Christmas for Kids would like to thank their great sponsors. Tickets are on sale now. Visit Ryman.com to get your tickets. We will see you November 20th at the Ryman.
Welcome back to Taste of Nashville with Devin O'Day, John Dwyer with the Omni Hotel, downtown Nashville, kind of a holiday edition as we continue to celebrate. And you continue to go deep into the Rolodex, and you have another star.
I do have a star, Grammy-winning songwriter and incredible artist, fine artist. His paintings are all over 3rd and Lindsley, which is the home of Backstage Nashville. And I lovingly call him the godfather of Backstage Nashville. And that's Ray Stevenson. Yay! He joins us. How are you?
I'm great. Happy to be here.
I'm so glad. And can we say a big old congratulations? Condé Nast is one of the #1 travel magazines in the world and has been since the 50s or even maybe earlier than that. But the top 15 things to do in Nashville, the list just came out. And guess what? Backstage Nashville's on it.
Congratulations. That is so, because you're a big part of that. Ray's been a big part of that. And that, I mean, that's gold standard stuff. I mean, you're not a secret anymore, right?
Yeah.
That's got to give you, with all the time and effort and energy put into that show, that's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it's a true blessing, and we never expected it to be anything like this, and so it's just a gift that keeps on giving.
Don't go changing, right? Now because part of it is the authenticity, right? So now you can't, just got to keep it the same, right?
Yeah.
One of the things about it, too, it's become such a family, and your paintings hang in 3rd and Lindsley. And let's talk a little bit about your paintings. And here's a book that you have that's your collection, and it makes it easier to show off some of your paintings.
Sure.
But some of the paintings in this book, well, first of all, Willie Nelson is a big subject for you.
Yeah.
And did it kind of start with him?
Yeah, Willie's my favorite country artist. I guess Vern Gosdin's my favorite country singer, but Willie is a guitar player, songwriter. He's the ultimate troubadour, and he actually has a painting of mine hanging in his home studio, which there's a picture of that right there. Little snapshot right there.
Oh my gosh! See this in the book, Willie with the picture. And then the picture beside it was on bus benches all over Nashville. And it also, when Ray and I met, we were going to write together, and I walked in, they said he was an artist, and I used to singing artist. I go, of course he's an artist. And he did. He had a record deal at the time. But I walked in to the living room, and this was the size of the living room. And he was working on this. I go, oh, he's an artist. And you have done amazing pictures of him. One of your latest that I love is Hank Sr., which is hanging up in 3rd and Lindsley, and all sorts of other ones. And I think it's a really cool selling thing when you can say that they can get a painting done by a Grammy-winning songwriter, and at the same time, it's hanging on the walls of 3rd and Lindsley.
That would be to do. Now you're on that big list. What do you like doing more? Do you like songwriting? Or do you like painting? Or we're not going to make you pick?
Yeah, they're kind of. It's just. I have so much creativity or stuff going on in my mind that I just have to get out. And sometimes it's painting and sometimes it's music. They're kind of both a bit of the same thing for me.
Just different brushes.
Yeah.
He's got a song he wants to share with us, and there are all sorts of songs that you have. What are you going to do for us today?
This is a newer song. I have a young daughter, and I wrote this for her, and it's been one that I probably get the most response from. So I can play it.
Leela Mae, this one's for you.
Your mama and me want what's best for you. Your heart hurts, our hearts hurt too. It's how it is, and how it's gonna be. For your mama and me, your mama and me, we couldn't be more proud of who you are and how you turned out. If you ask me, we make a pretty good team. You and your mama and me. 'Cause I'm on one side, she's on the other. You're in the middle so we got you covered. One day you'll have your own, and then you'll see that you're the world and you're the stars, to the moon and back, all the way to Mars. No words can describe how much you mean, how much you mean to your mama and me.
That is Ray Stevenson from Backstage Nashville. If you want tickets, it's a matinee show.
All for family friendly, all ages.
That's the difference. There are a lot of places, you know, you can't take your kids down Lower Broadway. I mean, you can. You can.
You can't anymore. You shouldn't anymore.
You shouldn't. That's the deal. There's a difference between what you can do and what you should do. But it's almost walking distance, really, from where we're sitting right now at the Omni Nashville. So if you want to see something, you come into town, come and get you something here, get a room here at the Omni Nashville, then just walk a few blocks. 3rd and Lindsley is at 3rd and Lindsley, and it's a matinee show on Saturday. Doesn't interfere with the Opry or dinner plans. It's just the perfect thing to do on a Saturday. Can I brag on him for just a minute?
Yeah, please.
He's also had songs recorded by Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Guy Clark, and even Chris Christopherson has sung songs that Ray Stevenson has written. So he's always very humble about that, and I'm never humble about that. I think that's so cool.
Thank you.
BackstageNashville.net to get your tickets. We'll be right back with some more great music, because this is what we do. And we got a new show at Main Street Media Television we're going to tell you all about.
All right, don't go away.
The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But you know, we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. You know, absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
At Chapels, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family, because at Chapels, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapels locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low-deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage, all backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-855-844-0445.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
It's time for Christmas for Kids November 20th at the Ryman Auditorium. This year's lineup includes Shenandoah, Phil Vassar, Chapel Hart, Michaela Lane, and Hunter Girl. For over 40 years, Christmas for Kids has given the joy of Christmas to thousands of Middle Tennessee children. Christmas for Kids would like to thank their great sponsors. Tickets are on sale now. Visit Ryman.com to get your tickets. We will see you November 20th at the Ryman.
We're back at the Omni Hotel, downtown Nashville. John along with Devin, and we have to mind our P's and Q's because we got the boss.
The boss,
The
CEO,
boss.
the owner extraordinaire, the head Jurassicutus, as it were, of Main Street Media. I know.
I'm not sure what that means, Devin, but I'll just say, I'll
the
take
head
your word.
Jurassicutus. I think that was from Mayberry RFD or something. Anyway, Dave Gould is with us. How are you?
I'm good, Devin. How are you, John? Great
Good to see you.
guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, both of you.
You've got a new show. Speaking of, the family of Main Street Media Television is growing leaps and bounds, and you're part of it.
Well, yeah, we've a new show that we've just started recording, and that is called Movers on Main Street. And I take the time to interview a CEO or business owner. And we just kind of talk about all the things that impact entrepreneurs and small businesses, and try to get inside, their strategy and what they do and how they do it, and what keeps them up at night and all that sort of thing. So it's a lot of fun.
One CEO to another.
Well, yeah.
It really is, because what I think is business is business is business, and you start seeing the common thread where one might be media, but then there's another guy who has a problem that it's like, oh, well, that's just like mine, and that's just like yours, and we all kind of connect the dots, don't we?
Absolutely. It's sometimes it's lonely when you own your own business and you're trying to figure things out, and it's it's hard to find a lot of people to talk to about the different issues you face. But when you talk to another business owner or another entrepreneur or another business leader, you really are dealing with a lot of the same issues.
I think it's part therapy for you too, right? I mean, to try to figure out or crack some codes because there's so many. This is such a dynamic business climate in Middle Tennessee. You will find businesses small to big. You'll find all different things other than healthcare and music and so forth. It's such a tapestry of ideas. And I've got to believe that those conversations, you come away with something, and then they may come away with something that you've learned.
Absolutely. And it was inspiring. So we did our first show with Jimmy Hiller from Hiller Plumbing. And this is a guy who started his business. He was 24 years old.
I didn't know he was that young when he started it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had one truck working out of his townhome, and he had $500. And today he's got, I think it was 600 different associates who are out there fixing people's HVAC problems, and he's in 4 states. And it's really an amazing story. Talk about his marketing and how he came up with the whole Happy Hiller jingle and all of that. And just to understand that and all the trials and tribulations he had to go through to get to where he is today is really fascinating. It really is.
I think everybody, Dave, everybody has a book within them, the story, and those motivational stories kind of keep us all going, because if you watch the news on some of those business channels, everything is bad. We might as well just go eat worms. I mean, it's just terrible. But the truth is that you wake up every day and just do a good job and be good to people and kind to people, and things do happen good for you,
Absolutely. There's good days and there's bad days and there's things you have to deal with. But at the end of the day, if you do things the right way and treat people well, you're probably going to be okay.
Absolutely.
What is one takeaway from either that interview or some of the other guests that you think that you're going to be having on this show, that the obvious is, yes, be kind and all those business things. But I've always would like to know, what's the one thing that you wish you, maybe starting Main Street, what do you know now that you wish you knew then?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, how I was going to answer the question. Is one of the questions I asked Jimmy is, what's the biggest mistake you made? Yeah. And how did you get out of it? And how did you fix it? And he gave a good answer. He said, I got into a certain part of the business that I realized after a while really wasn't working. And so then I had to change course. And sometimes as an entrepreneur, you fall in love with ideas that you come up with. And that's a real flaw. And I'm certainly guilty of that many times. So, there's been a few products that we've launched and things that we've done that I look back and say, A, why did we do that? And then B, why didn't I step away from it sooner than I did? Because you do tend to, think that you've come up with this great idea and you see it through, and finally something hits you in the face and says, maybe you need to change course. And that's a hard thing to do, and it is. It's a hard thing to admit. And you need to have people, my wife is really my business partner, and sometimes she'll kind of, smack me, not literally, but
reel you in,
give me a little bit of reality check on something, and she'll say it in her own way, and it'll be, wow, I wish I had thought through that before I had to have you tell me that it was not the right decision to make. So.
But there was a saying that I saw somewhere, it might have been some meme, it could have been Facebook, I don't know, but when they say there's no reason to stay with a mistake just because you took so long to make it. Right. You can give up at any time, and nobody remembers your mistakes. The crazy thing is the shelf life of a mistake is very short. We think it's going to be forever, but you think about Babe Ruth, you don't think of him being the strikeout king, you think about being the home run king, but he was both.
Absolutely. No, you're exactly right. So you just, you have to not worry about it and move on to the next thing, and then, try to come up with different types of successes.
I think you're onto something. I think this is something that I think people will crave this information. Probably the genuine kind of raw conversations, if you will. I mean, people want to. And people love the comeback, man. People want to hear about, I didn't realize that guy failed or made decisions. And I'm that person. It's not for the meek to own your own business, as you well know. So I applaud you for doing this.
Thank you.
This is getting you out of your comfort zone, perhaps a little bit.
Absolutely. I see people like you all who have been doing this for so long and are so good at it, and it's very humbling to be in front of the camera doing that, but still, it's been a great experience.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the episodes, and you can see them too. Download our free Main Street Media television app. You can find it wherever you get your apps for your Android or for your iPhone, and you can watch it on Roku or Amazon Fire, and it's free. Of course, we also have all of our social media platforms with Main Street Media as well. Movers on Main Street with Dave Gould.
There you go. Thank you guys very much.
Good luck to you. Sounds great.
Thank you.
When we come back, boy, do we have the talent continuing. We have some great music. What a neat lady.
Oh,
the research I've done on her.
Love her.
Very multi-talented.
I mean,
you know everybody. I
don't know everybody, but I do know her, and I'm so excited. She's got a big show coming up at the Capitol Theater for Christmas in Lebanon, Tennessee. If you don't know about Janelle Arthur, you're about to meet her next. The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. Absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low-deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage, all backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-855-844-0445.
At Chapel's, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapel's, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapel's locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
It's time for Christmas for Kids November 20th at the Ryman Auditorium. This year's lineup includes Shenandoah, Phil Vassar, Chapel Hart, Michaela Lane, and Hunter Girl for over 40 years. Christmas for Kids has given the joy of Christmas to thousands of Middle Tennessee children. Christmas for Kids would like to thank their great sponsors. Tickets are on sale now. Visit Ryman.com to get your tickets. We will see you November 20th at the Ryman.
This is Taste of Nashville, and we have had so much fun up to now, but this is the icing on the top. This is the one. This is the my favorite part of the whole show.
You know, when we do a show prep and checking out this young lady, so multi-talented and so funny, and just, you're gonna like her. You don't know her maybe, but you're gonna like her.
Well, I met her originally as one of the tour guides at Barbara Mandrell's Fontanelle. She was a tour guide, a singing tour guide. And Barbara's daughter, Jamie Dudney, said, "Do you know Janelle Arthur?" And I said, "I don't." She goes, "Oh."
You need to.
She introduced me, and I fell in love with this kid, and she is precious, and she is an actress. You met her probably on American Idol, where we all fell in love with her. She was finalist on American Idol and just sings her butt off, and she is here with us. Janelle Arthur, how are you?
Thank you. So good to be here. Thank you for having me.
And a new mommy. How is mommydom? How is she keeping you busy?
Oh, yes. I'm so busy, and in a completely different way than I was before I had a baby, and just loving life and trying to juggle all the things. It's been great.
Where are you from?
I am from East Tennessee, so not too far from where Dolly Parton is from, and that's actually where I lived for 12 years. Was the Sevierville area, and but
performing at Dollywood.
Performing, yes. I got my first job at 8 years old. I was hired to portray a young Dolly in a show about her life, and so I was little Dolly in the show, and I did that for 3 years. But then I went on to do other theaters, other shows at other theaters up until I was 20, and then I moved here.
What was it like to go from being in Sevierville to being on the stage of American Idol? The first time that you walked out, I'm not talking about the auditions, that's scary enough. The first time you walk out and realize there are millions of people watching you.
Yes, it was definitely a crazy experience knowing that many people are watching you at that exact time. I just envisioned my family members sitting at home watching me and looking at those, when I'd look at the cameras, I just imagined I was looking at them, and so that helped me get through it, because it was definitely the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. For sure.
You've been a performer since you were almost cutting teeth, really, in front of people. Is that your personality? Are you a big ham? It seems like that. I mean, that must have been something that you knew you were going to make a living doing something in entertainment, right?
Yeah, I think I knew it, and I think my parents knew it even before I did. My mom wrote in my baby book that she said, Janelle, you just love music so much. She said, all babies love music, but there's just something different. So I think she could tell from a very early age that I loved to be in front of the camera, and they have all kinds of little home videos of me running around and singing to Vince Gill and Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire and all that. So, yeah.
Well, you are bringing a family show, and I love it. We were both talking about how cool it is to have a matinee show, and this is your annual Christmas show at the Capitol Theater in Lebanon, Tennessee. Let's talk a little bit about what that's like and putting that holiday show together and the date, and you're going to want to get tickets to this.
Yeah, so the Capitol Theater, it's a gorgeous theater right on the square in Lebanon, and we have done this. This is our second time that we have done this show, that we're going to do this show, and it's just so much fun because I get to bring my band, but instead of doing all of our typical songs that we do, we get to do holiday and Christmas music, and that just, I love Christmas time, Christmas music, so we're going to put on a really good show.
And what is the date on that?
The date is December 17th, and it is at 2 p.m., so you have time to grab you a bite to eat and come on down to the Capitol Theater.
That's a perfect thing. And our square now, if you didn't know that Lebanon now has got these beautiful lights, it really looks like a Hallmark movie. Speaking of, you've got some movies that people can see. If you guys are on any of the streaming services, you just put in the name Janelle Arthur and the movies will pop up.
That's cool, yeah. I've been very blessed to have been able to star in two faith-based, family-friendly films. One is called Running From My Roots, and the other is 5-Date Rule. And 5-Date Rule will be available hopefully sometime next year. So really looking forward to that.
Would you play us something?
Of course, yes. If you want to hear the Christmas music, you got to come to the Christmas show. This is actually a song that I wrote, and my grandmother, her birthday would have been tomorrow. It's her birthday tomorrow. She's not here with us anymore, but this is a song I wrote for her. I grew up right down the hill from her, and I would go up to her house every day, play on the porch, swing on the swing, and so this song is really about that time in my life and how I wish that I could see the world through those same eyes, the same way that I saw the world at that time when I would sit on the front porch swing.
It's a perfect song for our Home for the Holidays special.
I still hear those old wind chimes, the smell of Grandma's homemade pie, the family singing Amazing Grace. Back when Grandpa had his health, and every day I'd hear that church bell, I still remember the day they took it down, when life made sense and worry wasn't on my mind. Innocence was in the air and my heart was blind. Sitting on the front porch swing, I'd stay for hours if Mom would let me, singing Jesus loves me, this I know, my safe place was home. Now I'm years and miles away, and some days I wish life could be just the way it seemed from that front porch sweet. It ain't always like we planned. Real life sets on in, and you realize Daddy ain't Superman. Seasons only last so long, and just like that, love is gone. And sadly, you never see the world the same. When you're young, you can't grow up fast enough. Well, now that I'm here, well, I can't stop wishing that I was sitting on the front porch swing. I'd stay for hours if Mom would let me, singing Jesus loves me, this I know, my safe place was home. Now I'm years and miles away, and some days I wish life could be hours if Mom would let me, singing Jesus loves me. Oh, I know my safe place was home. Now I'm years and miles away, and some days I wish life could be, oh, just the way it seemed. Oh, I wish life was still the way it seemed from that front porch. Sweet. And on the swing, this is the song my grandmother would sing to me. Swing, oh, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing, oh, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
I'm telling you,
That is
Thank you.
so relatable.
Oh, my gosh.
I could never pull that off. But
made me so homesick.
Well,
I'm
yeah, it
just about
does.
to, I'm
My
smelling these
goodness.
biscuits and hearing that song.
I know y'all just putting the biscuits right in front of me, making me think of home
Oh,
for sure.
my
Man, I tell you
goodness.
what, so good. That's just an example of what you can experience at Janelle Arthur's Christmas show, December 17th, 2 p.m. It's a matinee, and you can get tickets at Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.com or right on the Capitol's website.
Wow. Well, I got to ask you, you played Little Dolly in the show.
Yes.
What happened the first time you met Dolly?
Well, it was really crazy. I did meet her one time just to get a picture, and that was very brief. And then another time I got the chance to, I was on stage, and I walked off stage, and she said for me to come, she said, come on over here. And I went over there and sat on this prop. There was a church pew prop, and I sat there, and I talked to her just for a second, and she said, you did such a great job. And I said, well, thank you, but I messed up on the words. I forgot the words or something like that. And she said, oh, but you just kept going, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know, she said, that's what I have to do all the time. She said, I forget the lyrics to my own music, and I wrote it. So, you know, and she was just so sweet and so humble, and that was probably my first experience with her.
Oh man, that's just so beautiful. I knew it would be. I knew there was a story. I didn't know what the story was, but I knew it was. She's so encouraging and so inspiring with her imagination library and all the stuff that she does. Well, you inspire us, Janelle Arthur.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and do not miss her show. And don't miss a chance to come to the Omni Nashville. Kitchen Notes, Bob's Steakhouse, and of course Bar Lines, but the Kitchen Notes is that is the prime place for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, go online, open table, and if you can't get in Thanksgiving Day, which would probably at this point be, you know, you're gonna have to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody. Make sure during the holiday season, great staycation, bring your family here. If you're local, come on down. If you haven't been here in a while, you need to make it a point.
That's right. And anytime you go to Kitchen Notes, it's a treat. And anytime you just go sit in the lobby of the Omni Nashville. They made me leave one time. No, I'm just kidding.
that restraining order is now over, I believe. But no, it is a great place.
You can't just wear your pajamas and sit in front of the fireplace because it looks like a cool place to be. No, they are really wonderful here. And thank you guys for joining us. Thank you. I always
thank
appreciate
you. No, it's great. It's a great holiday season. Wonderful. The guests that you're able to get on this show, it is. So I am a spectator. I just try to hang here and try to not get loose in turn 4. So thanks for putting up with me again. Appreciate it.
Well, John Dwyer and I'm Devin O'Day, and here with Janelle Arthur. And on behalf of all of us in the Omni Nashville and all the people of our family here at Main Street Media Television, we thank you for being part of us. Follow, subscribe, and share, because without you, we wouldn't be in us. So happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.